Alright, in this video we're going to take a curve and put it to practical use. So I'm going to go ahead and get into, let's say, my front view right here. And let's turn on my grid. Okay, I'm going to turn my snap on, my grid snap. And I'm going to go ahead and just click this button to start creating a curve. Now this crosshair comes up and I'm going to first snap it right to the origin. You could really snap it anywhere you want, but you'll see later why I'm doing it that way. I'm going to snap the next one out a few segments, and now I'm just going to go ahead and make a vase curvy shape. Kind of like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and let's undo that. I'm going to do an inner profile for this vase. So think of this as me actually being kind of a potter and thinking about what I want my vase to be shaped like. So I just hit W, and I'm going to go ahead and right click and go to Control Vert, and I can grab this. And at this point I can turn off my snapping. So let's go ahead and just adjust that up. I'm going to adjust that up a little bit. I'm going to adjust that. And let's just go ahead and pull these points around a little bit here. So I just want to make what looks like a pretty profile. Okay, like so. Something that looks elegant. There we go. Okay, so, and I think I'll just grab all three of these and move this a little bit this way, and then pull this one a little bit. There we go. Okay, I think that looks like the profile of the vase. So now let's right click and hold down, go to our object mode in our marking menu, and let's go ahead and just hit this revolve button here. And voila, look at that. What did we get? Okay, so if we deselect it, we have this beautiful looking vase shape. That is basically what Revolve does. Now let's look at, let's delete that. Let's select this curve again, and we're going to go ahead and bring out the Revolve option. So I'm going to hit this little box here. Okay. So right now it's doing Revolve based on the y-axis. So the y-axis is what goes straight up and down. So it's going to revolve this around the y-axis. The pivot right now is the object. You could tell it to be a specific point where you wanted it. So surface degree, we're not worrying about most of these things here. This one right here, you can tell it how much you want it to go. So in this case, it's a full 360 starting at 0. And so that's why it's going to look like a vase. But I could go ahead and just make it, half a vase if I wanted to, and hit apply. And then you just get half. So it's kind of neat looking. Right. And we also have segments too. So this is how many sections is it going to create when it does the revolve. So in other words, let me just do 8, and you'll be able to see the total difference. Or not. Okay, I see what's happening. I still have this set to, I have it set to polygons right now. Let me put it back on nerves. Now I'll hit 8. Okay, So now you can see there's 1, 2, if I counted this, there's 8 sections. Let me undo it, and let's go, and I'll show you what it looks like at 30. Okay, so you can see there's way more sections. So it's going to be smoother. All right, so basically this is how you would make just a nerves revolve, and this is really good for anything that you can imagine that you would lathe. Particularly for this assignment, we're going to do not only some vases, but we're also going to do some pillars. And I'll go in and show how I would do that. So it's a little bit more in depth than just a vase. And yeah, okay.